Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, we are going to be doing an epic deck profile of my Jinzo deck. Ugh. Yes, I wanted to be like simply unlucky when I said Jinzo, so that's why that was epicness, right? Back to Seto Kaiba, back to me. Yes guys, we're going to be doing a deck update of my Jinzo deck, aka Jinzo. So yes guys, I love this deck. It's a deck profile I've been waiting to do ever since I saw the support. And seeing Jinzo this past year become a full-fledged archetype has been amazing. Last year I actually did a deck profile on this deck to make this deck more into a Jinzo Lord based deck, I guess you could say, which was really fun, but the new support makes Jinzo Lord not as good as all the new support. He's not as good as he used to be. And so we don't run him anymore in the deck. But shout outs to him because he, for a long period of time, was the main way you played the deck. With Jinzo Jector, the mesh timing, and just all those old GX Jinzo cards. Now we have new stuff to play with. Now we have an archetype. Now we have updated support. So first off, we run our 3 Jinzo in the deck, guys. He's staple. As you can see, I have the 10-year anniversary artwork in the center. I was debating about yanking my secrets out of Jinzo, but I keep one of them in my GOAT decks, and I keep one of them in my Dad Return base deck, and then I keep another one in my old, like, 2002 format base deck. 2004 Chaos deck. So that's where I keep my 3 secret rare Jinzos. 2 of them are 10s, and one is a Pharaonic Servant one. But I prefer the 10-year anniversary artwork in my deck, and I really like the Duelist Saga rarity of Jinzo as well. So the secrets stay in there in the old school decks, the newer ones in the Jinzo deck for the new age. So yeah, staple, 3 of them in the deck, stops all traps, probably the most powerful one tribute monster for many years in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it could stop so many different traps. And I love the 10-year anniversary artwork. So yep, 3 Jinzo. Next we run 3 Jinzo the Machine Mech. This artwork is so badass on this card. Like, can I say that again? Like, it's so cool looking because he's using his beams. So what's this card do, actually? What's this card do? I know it's very new, so for newer cards, if you guys don't know, I usually read over them so you guys know. If this card is face up on the field or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. If a trap card is on the field or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, it becomes level 6 until the end of this turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 Jinzo from your hand or graveyard. Then you can destroy all the traps your opponent control. You can only use this effect of it once per turn. So, cool fact, from what I've been told, maybe somebody can confirm or deny this, the fact that this is a level 7, if you actually didn't notice that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is because in the manga it's a level 7. It has to do something with the manga from what I've been told. So if somebody can tell me that, I'd be really interested to know if that's the reason why it's level 7 or not. I talked to 2 good friends of mine and they told me that's the case, but comment section, let me know. But really good card. It'll help precipitate level 6 Exceed plays and just it can help bring out your Jinzo, but it'll also help you go for Jinzo Layer, which is really cool. So yep, 3 Jinzo of that. Next up, I'm going to go over the newer cards because, like I said, they're very new. They just recently came out. 3 Psychic Bounder we run, which is based off Reflect Bounder, which I actually used to use back in the day, and I still use to this day in my 2004 Chaos deck. Really good card. I always love that card. But it's a light attribute, and it's pretty good. It's pretty much like a searcher for the deck, but I'll read it to you guys very quickly. If this card is normal or special summon, which is important to know when it's special summoned as well, you can add 1 Jinzo or 1 set spell or trap that specifically lists this card in its text from your deck to your hand. When another monster you control is attacked or by an opponent's monster, before a damage calculation, you can destroy both the attacking monster and this card. You can only use the effect of Psychic Bounder once per turn. That's actually something important that people don't know and I've actually had come up. When another monster you control is attacked. Because the problem with Jinzo, if you guys don't know, and they addressed something that was a Jinzo problem for many years. Jinzo is a great card, but he has 2,400 attack. so 2,400 attack. And the problem with that is he can easily be run over. This, if it's on the field, is A, going to help you search things out, and B, can help you be a protector to that problem, or that age-old problem of people just running over your Jinzo. So this helps solve some old-school problems of Jinzo, which is really nice to see. Great card. Also, it's a light attribute, which I want you to keep in mind as you see the deck profile. Next, we have 3 Jinzo Ejector. I'm not going to go over to this card, but this card became better with the new support. This was pretty much the support that I was alluding to earlier when I said Jinzo hasn't gotten support since Arc 5. It's because of Jinzo Ejector. He was the only good support card we had for many years, and is still very usable in the deck, and you want to tutor him out of the deck because he can help special summon Jinzos to the field very easily. Really awesome card. Staple 3 of them in the deck. There's no ifs, ands, or ways about it. You run 3 of this card because it's going to help easily tutor out your Jinzos, and just in general is an amazing, amazing card for this deck. It's your power play of your deck once you get this out, and it's probably the most easiest way, I would say, overall to get a Jinzo on the field. Next, we have 2 Psychic Mega Cyber, which is based off... the cool thing about this is I actually like the fact that they've kind of made this into like a Esparoba Jinzo deck, which is really cool. But this is based off Fiend Mega Cyber, which I honestly forget its effect. And I'm going to be honest with you guys as well. I've seen different ratios of this card. I've seen people not play it in play testing. And when I was doing research for this deck, I saw people not play it, play 2 of it, play 3 of it, play none of it, play 1 of it. And I understand all the reasons why. Because it is a little situational. It can become a little bit of a brick. But overall, at the end of the day, I decided that 2 of it was pretty good. And I found that 2 of it was perfectly fine. You can run it as a 1 of if you wish. I'm going to be honest with you. You can. But it was one of those type of cards where I was like, okay, do I run 1 of it or 2 of it? And I went from 1 to 2 to 1 to 2, back and forth. And at the end of the day, I went with 2 of it. And I've been perfectly fine with it. And because of the way how the deck works, it's been pretty good running it as a 2 of. So like I said, you can decide which ratio you want to. But I would suggest not 3, but 1 or 2. But the card's very good. And it's very easy to get out. But the problem is, because people don't run traps that much anymore, that's the problem. This card is not as good. If your opponent controls more spell or traps than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Psychic Mega Cyber once per turn this way. When this card declares an attack on an opponent's effect monster, which that's pretty much always going to be the case, while you control a Jinzo, you contribute this card, place the opponent's monster face up in their spell trap zone as a continuous trap. You can only special summon the effective Mega Cyber once per turn. And like I said, the reason I said this is a little situational is your opponent has to run continuous spells, or a field spell based deck, or they have to run a very trap heavy deck to make this work. Or they run quick play spells, etc., which is common, I guess you could say, in some instances nowadays. But it does take setup, and that's why people run it as a 1 of, because it can become a brick. Because again, certain decks it will be powerful, other decks it will not be. But it's a really good card, and I like it as a 2 of. But like I said, it's fine to cut it down to 1 of. But I just wanted to read over the effects so you understand why I like it as a 2 of, because it's fairly easy, I find against most decks. 2 Summoner Monk. You can run 3 of it if you want to. Personally, I like 2 of. But this is just pretty much because you're going to have some dead spells, possibly. You can pitch them easily and bring out such cards as Psychic Bounder, which remember I said this special ability? If it's special summon, you still get a search off, which is awesome. And then you can go for either for a level 4 or leave the Psychic Bounder on the field if you want to. The other card you can go for easily is Jinzo Ejector. So pretty much Summoner Monk is going to help tutor out these 2. If you want to run 3 Summoner Monk, be my guest. But me, I'm personally I like 2 Summoner Monk because it's just, hey, I need to get to this or this, possibly if I didn't draw it in my opening hand. Or hey, I got a dead spell card, let me pitch it, use Summoner Monk's effect to go into a rank 4 play, or a link play, or something of that nature. So, like I said, you could run in Summoner Monk as a 2 of, or a 3 of, and maybe cut the Mega Cyber down to 1 of. In addition to that, guys, we run 1 Blackluster Soldier. Why is he running Blackluster Soldier, you may be saying? Well, you know, as you're going to continue to see in the deck, there are some other light monsters, but there is a good mix of light and dark in the deck, actually. We have, you know, 3 lights, which are something we're always going to get. Like, for example, if you go Summon a Monk, Reflect Bounder, and then, you know, you're already going to have a light and dark engrave. And this is just a 1-of. This is just a top deck, pretty much. It's a good 1-of in the deck. I wouldn't, maybe a 2-of if you want to. You know, you run 2 Blackluster Soldier, but I prefer it as a 1-of because it's just a top deck just in case, so to speak. And I really like it for that reason. 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring because we want to stop searching abilities against other decks. Very generic. It's going to hit most cards. And 3 Effect Veiler, which I'm going to be honest with you, is very essential in this deck. Now you may ask yourself, why are you saying Effect Veiler is so essential? Because you want to stop monster effects. The 2 Achilles heel of Jinzo, or this deck in general, is 2 things. A, it's low attack, and B, monster effects can hurt it. And you want negation. So Ash Blossom will stop searching, and Effect Veiler will stop monster effects that are trying to get around your Jinzo, possibly. So for that reason, it's awesome. Plus the fact, Effect Veiler's a light attribute, which means you can drop that BLS. Yeah. So you see where I'm going with this here, guys. Hand traps galore. And good hand traps, and you're running lights and darks, so why not? Next, we're running Law of the Cosmos. I will use my psychic powers and my little brothers to spy on you and say I have psychic powers. Yeah, Esperoba. Card's amazing. So what's this card do? Your opponent can set one set 1 trap directly from their hand or deck. Then if they did, special summon 1 Jinzo from your deck. If they did not, add 1 Jinzo or 1 monster that specifically lists that card in its text from your deck to your hand. You can only activate this card once per turn. Card's amazing because it's an amazing searcher with an amazing effect, and it will become an even amazinger, if that's even a word, a more amazing-er card depending upon your opponent's deck and depending upon the setup. Amazing card, staple 3-of. It's a searcher. Cyber Energy Shock. Awesome card as a quick play spell. This will help give your Jinzo cards a boost, and also can help with removal as well. I really like the card as a 3-of. I feel it's a very important staple as a 3-of in any Jinzo deck. Now, one card I don't see a lot of people running, and I get it. I get why. Like, it takes setup. It's not a great card. But if you're running Summon a Monk, and this card's dead, you just pitch it and use Summon a Monk's effect. Like, why? And that is Everlasting Alloy. So, like I said, this gives you attack bonus and can also be removal. Alloy is going to give you protection if you have a Jinzo on the field. Any type of Jinzo. Okay, there's a lot of... You're always pretty much going to have a Jinzo on the field. Be it an Exceed, be it a main deck monster, be it Jinzo Ejector. You get where I'm going with this. This is going to give you protection. Not just for your Jinzo, but all your machine monsters. And all your Jinzos. So, yeah. You run this card as a 1 or 2 if I feel like. It is searchable. So why wouldn't you run it in some ratio? I get it takes some setup. I get it's not an amazing card, but it's going to help. And this card's won me games because it's given me good protection. So I can't diss it. I can't hate it. So I say you either run it as a 1-of, maybe a 2-of like I did because I really like the card. I've seen people not even run it, and I get it, but it's won me games. It's won me games straight up, so I run 2 of it. So that's the Jinzo spell cards we run in the main deck. For your generic spells, guys, we run Mind Control, Upstart Goblin, Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn, self-explanatory. Upstart Goblin is going to make you have a 39-card deck, and in addition to that, is going to help you get a little bit more draw power in the deck, which is cool. And Mind Control is really awesome because you can either use it to help make Exceeds, or in addition to that, you can use it so that you can steal an opponent's monster and tribute it off for your Jinzo, which is awesome. Now, I was trying Monarch's Stormforth in the deck. You can run that if you want to still. I'm going to be honest. But Mind Control is just a little bit better right now in this deck and in this day and age for what this deck is trying to do and the capacity it has compared to what it did before in its ability. So hopefully that made some sense. Next, I'm running 3 Infinite Impermanents and 3 Crackdown. And you're going to be saying to yourself, why are you running trap cards in the Jinzo deck? Ooh. Okay, hear me out. Infinite Impermanence is usually going to be from hand, and unless you're running into somebody that's running Jinzo Lord or something, Impermanence is fine. Like, you can set it, you can use it from hand, it's fine. Crackdown, the reason we're running Crackdown is because this is going to help set up for Jinzo plays. Because you're going to steal a monster, tribute it off, there you go. So you see how Crackdown's working. It's going to help facilitate plays for your deck. So it's really good for that reason, and I find that it's perfectly fine. If you wanted to run Monarch Stormforth instead, go right ahead, but I like Crackdown. It's been really good. So that's all for traps, guys. Let's go into the extra deck very quickly. Next up, we have for our extra deck, guys, we have our Dark Magician Girl Field Center. We have our double Jinzo Layer, which is your new Jinzo Exceed monster in the deck. We run it as a 2 of. I've seen people run it as a 3 of. I like it as a 2 of. I wanted to make space for other stuff. We also run Vampire Sheridan. You can run this as a 1 or a 2 of. It's perfectly fine. Photon Strike Bouncer, which is cool. Number 39 Utopia Beyond, which can help precipitate OTKs. And these are your level 6 Exceed monsters. For your level 4s, we run Castel. Number Bagasucha, the Sleeping Tapir, number 41. That's Bagasucha there. Tornado Dragon, Abyss Dweller, and Exciton Knight. So that's your rank 4s. Just your generic rank 4 package, guys. For your other Link monsters, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, Borreload Savage Dragon, and Access Code Talker, which is just decent to have in this deck. So just some generic links, guys, which are just good ones. And I would say the most important things are going to be your level 6 Exceeds and your level 4 Exceeds. These are going to be the main things you're going to go for. You're mainly going to go for Exceeds and link plays when you need to, right? But yep, that's the deck, guys, in a nutshell. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like I said, this deck is really fun to play now, and I'm so happy it's a full-fledged archetype. Like, I am very happy about that. And I hope you guys all enjoy this deck profile. And remember, guys, till next time, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. I'll see all of you guys next time, and remember to Jizno it up. And I'll see you guys next time. And remember to use your psychic powers when you're dueling somebody. It'll freak them out. Take care, everybody.